welcome to the session number 2 on the 101 industry use case. Last session we saw the use case on blockchain. Today we switch over to one more very interesting area, which is about AI and machine learning and how these are used with Amazon Web Services and how they are serving the customers with these use cases. That's what is going to be the session. So let's move on and just briefly introduce what services does Amazon provide from an AI ML, which really helps us to then get quickly into looking at how the customers are using it as a step 2. So first of all, AWS has got the broadest and deepest set of machine learning and AI service. Okay, you can choose from a lot of options on computer vision, language, recommendation, forecasting. You use the Amazon SageMaker to quickly build, train, deploy machine learning, but you have other capabilities in and around AWS AI. As I speak, even though I'm picking up AWS, every OEM, you call it Google Cloud Platform, Azure has got an AI services. So that could be different set of use cases which they are serving the end customers. But traditionally, there's always two parts which is very important to understand as you're serving the AI ML. Number one is a scenario where it's a new requirement which you're coming in. Basically, what you're trying to do there is to create a need for AI ML as a key algorithm. The second is wrapper solutions. Like if you already you're in the Salesforce, SAP or Oracle. So you're trying to surround these applications with new emerging technology area, trying to create a new data sets, new listening kind of thing. So that's the kind of thing like if you are doing some surround thing on the HCM, CRM, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so these are two kind of scenario which you will always see. So in terms of services, you have machine learning services, which is used to build, train and deploy, AI services, frameworks. You have a compute capability, analytical and security and learning tools. These are the tools which are available for a developer and architect to build solutions. Quickly, we will go through the tools because our session is to focus on use case. There is something called SageMaker, which is a key tool. Like it's like an IDE. Like if you're really building something with coding in the past, you use Visual Studio or something like that. So you have something called AWS SageMaker. So we have already covered these tools in some other session, but just to give you a quick brief, you can build, train, deploy. And then you can use AI services to add intelligence to applications. So this is very important, how you can add new services and intelligence to the existing applications. You could do something like Amazon Personalize, Amazon Forecast. These are something which you can use to personalize experience for your customers, build accurate forecasting model. You have Recognition, Comprehend, Textract, Poly, Lex, Translate, Transcribe, Kendra, Fraud Detector, Code Guru. Okay, so these are some of the tools which are available for you to really look at. So my objective of telling you is like when you're building a solution for your end customers, it's very important to know the broad set of tools which is provided, right? And then the customer may not be able to really articulate it back to you. You might go proactively with some solutions which is meeting his requirements. The second part is the MI framework. You have the choice and flexibility with the ML frameworks which you can use. You can actually choose the TensorFlow, the PyTorch, Apache, MXNet or any popular framework, okay, as a managed experience in SageMaker, or you can use the AWS Deep Learning AMI, the Amazon Machine Images, which are fully configured with the latest version of the deep learning frameworks. Okay. So some of the data which you can really look at is there are a lot of projects which are running on deep learning projects on AWS, which is the data which is speaking here. The learning tools, there is Deep Composer, there is analytical and security, Deep Lens. Now let's take a case study. This is about Yanolja, which brings personalized experience to travelers with AWS. So what Yanolja is trying to do is it's telling let's have fun in Korean and is the fastest growing online travel agency for accommodation and leisure activities in Korea. So it provides accommodation information, reservation platform, budget hotel franchise and travel content to travelers. So they're using the AI. Similarly, the Saildrone explore the oceans using AWS machine learning. So this is a very interesting case where they're collecting the global environmental data, which is wind-powered ocean drones. The company is using machine learning on AWS to better quantify the behavior and the trends of the major fish stocks and their predators such as sharks and seals to help with conservation effort and sustainable fishery management. That's a very interesting use case which you can think about. Traditionally, we have heard like an ML and is used in banking, insurance. I think we heard about these are some of the very non-conventional use case. So this is pretty traditional, like Oak North Bank leverages big data and machine learning to redefine SME lending. Okay, so this is a UK bank, the financial service and a fintech platform provider focus on using data to provide solutions for small and medium lending. Okay. Since a challenge to make due to difficulty in gathering large amount of data, really the big data and ML is really helping people. You also see that in the hotel industry, the Hyatt Hotels is enhancing personalization on AWS. So you know Hyatt is headquarters in Chicago. It's got 19 premier brand, 850 properties. Okay, so the head of analytics is talking about AWS enables personalized experience that elevate Hyatt's thing. Okay. Similarly, you can see that Smato is reducing networking cost by 75% with Amazon SageMaker. It's an in-app mobile monetization platform. So it's reducing its networking cost on outbound bid request to advertising partners by using the SageMaker and Amazon's EMR to predict advertising partner likelihood to bid in auctions. That's another use case. You also see in an airline industry, a Korean Air, which is using Amazon's web service with eye towards basically to optimize the traffic and blah blah blah. Okay. There's a healthcare company which runs HIPAA compliant virtual thing. So what it does is it runs a virtual contact center based on Amazon Connect. Okay, and it's free of infrastructure and office space. You can let employee work from home. It seeks interrupt problematic opioid prescribing patterns with AI-powered analysis and alerts. The cloud-based contact service center the company uses. So this is another example which you can see. And also you can see the case study for Unitas. It's got almost 60% of the expense reduce the time taken to build in for the new project. Okay, this is another use case you can really see. So these are some of the examples of how customers are using. Now let's quickly log in into the AWS thing and just run the services which are getting used, and so that you have a broad set of understanding in terms of how you can also go through this what I've shown you. So first you can really look at like this is something which I just showed you. There are a lot of tools here on machine learning. So you cannot find a customer globally who's using all of them. Based on the use case, you'll find that they use one of the tools or mixing that tool with multiple other tools. The enterprise architecture or the digital transformation journey is very long, 5 years, 3 years. So that's a different story altogether. A point use case could pick up some of the services from the machine learning and start using it. Similarly, when you try to look at Amazon's case study, right? So on AI, you can find that whatever I had just shown you, you can go to the case studies. You can pick and choose that you want to look at something from a use case on the machine learning, right? Because here we are talking about how the services is using Amazon's SageMaker, for example. You can select what services. It will automatically list you which customers are using this kind of use case. So when I analyze this, all the customer success from AWS, similar thing you can do for Google Cloud, similar thing you can do for also do it for your Azure platform. You can also go into sites which are typically more business centric. For example, you can go to cloud.oracle.com and they're more of a They run a lot of business solutions for end customers. And you can see that here also the customers will be using different type of, you can see that there are a lot of case studies which are put here also, where you can also see them. Let me just look at the products first. Maybe we'll pull in a customer experience kind of scenario. So when you click the customer experience scenario, you're going to see that how different type of customer is using and some customer success. The key difference we have seen between a horizontal player and a vertical player is horizontal player is like Amazon, Google Cloud, and also Azure. There are also players which are very focused on the SaaS side, typically the Salesforce, SAP, Oracle, any of the product vendors which are doing SaaS applications. They are going to be more of adding something from the horizontal applications. Maybe it's an HCM or a CX. They try to add an ML kind of capability. The third category is purely from an industry perspective, right? So you try to drive an industry, maybe a fintech industry or an insurtech industry with the AI capability. This will be broadly, you can see that most of the use case come. And if you're going into a complete digital transformation with customers, then AI just becomes one small layer of the overall component. Okay. So thanks for watching. We'll come back with the next session.